We're back in action, baby. Back in action.
Looney Boys back in action.
Looney Boys.
The Looney Boys.
The Looney Boys?
What is that?
I don't know, like Looney Tunes back in action. I'm saying Looney Boys.
I've never heard.
You
What
were
is Looney
mixing both
Tunes?
the Looney Tunes and Thin Lizzy's The Boys Are Back in Town.
I wasn't trying to, but sure.
That's the only logical thing that I can come up with.
So, what's up, boys?
What up,
How we doing?
gangsters?
How we doing on this beautiful Monday Eve? Is it beautiful where you guys are?
Yeah, it's been beautiful.
Yeah, it's like cloudy, but not raining, of course.
Nice. For me,
70 degrees.
yeah, for me, it was a nice hot day. I spent most of the day like on the porch. It was nice.
A little porch rat.
Yeah, a little porch rat, little rodent.
A little rodent.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the bong ski.
I took a dab hit like maybe an hour ago, and then also, what's it called? I took a little weed drink, you know?
So you're feeling pretty lit skis?
Yeah, so you'll be a sleepy baby in like 10 minutes.
Nah, I'm going to be a Litty Baby.
Oh, you're already a sleepy baby. Never mind.
No, I said I'm going to be a Litty Baby.
Litty
Imagine
baby.
the most lit baby being born.
That's you.
Like it comes out the womb, just does a fat rail.
Sunglasses on.
Sunglasses, rail, fucking bitches already.
Yeah, you can't even get hard, but you're pulling it off somehow.
Yeah, this is Litty Baby.
That should be one of your superheroes.
Nepo baby's arch nemesis.
Exactly. It'll be one of my it'll be one of my superheroes. Litty Baby.
Yeah.
And your Nick Jr. superhero universe.
Why do I have a Nick Jr. universe?
Because you have all these baby superheroes.
There's like
A lot of
Muppet
babies
babies.
out there. Baby geniuses played a very large role in my creativity.
Baby geniuses.
Yeah. Do you guys remember
man.
that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I saw it in theaters.
I feel like I probably did. I really don't remember, but I definitely saw it.
Yeah.
If I don't
What a
remember, I
terrible
remember
movie.
it being a thing, and that's all I remember. I don't remember anything else.
Dude. Yeah.
I don't know how that movie got made, to be honest. Lots of drugs had
Lots
to be
of
involved.
cocaine was consumed
Yeah.
during that.
Yo, what if we made a movie about babies who are also geniuses?
Yeah, so they're militarily enhanced fucking
Yeah.
babies.
They're all like Black Widow.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
like breaking into
Hard
facilities
Black
and
Widow
like
vibes.
taking people
Yeah.
out,
Nice.
shitting their pants.
Nice. Baby geniuses literally crawled so Black Widow could run.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
That's classic Cody logic, but it does make
I mean,
sense.
it does. One might say that baby geniuses spawned Black Widow.
Oh.
It was a C minus on the Segway scale.
Much like this movie.
We just, yeah, that's true. This movie's a C minus, but it was a pretty enjoyable bad movie.
Yeah.
If C minus was a movie, it would be this movie. Yeah, it wouldn't be like you failed, but you know.
I still laughed at moments that weren't meant to be that funny, but like,
Oh,
the CGI.
for the
CGI is
CGI.
terrible.
It's
Also, some of the
atrocious.
line delivery is just awful.
All the transitions being like,
Yeah, with the Spawn cape burning through on into the next
Yes,
scene and
yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, there was a lot to not be thrilled about with this movie. I'm gonna be honest. Our boy John Leguizamo, Johnny Legs, he carried this movie.
He's awesome.
oh, completely.
He's actually
yeah.
he is actually the coolest part. Violator is sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Dude,
Before we get any further, You already know what it is. Welcome to Comics and Chronic. I'm Jacob H. We should do an SNL like Cody Cannon.
Little jazz.
Cody Cannon.
Yeah, little jazz. And like Cody's having a beer, he turns to the camera. It's like Anthony Iannaccio with musical guest Lord.
I like petting Kevin, and I'll turn to the camera and smile. Or something. Musical guest Lord.
Featuring Kenan Thompson.
Dude, our musical guests would have to be blowing that ganj. I refuse to take no from a musical guest.
That's true. The musical guests have to smoke weed.
Dude.
Yeah.
I wonder if we should try and get musical guests on.
We had one. Morgan J was
Sure,
our first and only musical guest, and that was an awesome episode. I like that. Well, it's a lot of fun. Like there's songs in it.
That is a good episode.
He's honestly way better than, or way so big now, there's no chance we could get him back on.
Why
yeah,
you always so
say
like,
that.
we can never get anybody on.
No.
We suck. We're the smallest. Our dicks are small. No one likes us.
I'm just saying, I tried to book him for a show, and he was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to come do your show.
Oh, shit.
At least he said
okay.
it. When did he say that? How long ago is this?
I don't know. When he was playing DC at some point, and I was like, "Yo, DC's only a couple hours away. Let me tag on a date." And he was like, "No." I was like, you know, I was like, I could offer maybe like 500 or something, like 500 or 80% of the door, you know. And
Yeah.
he was just like, "No." And I was like, "All right."
Well, at least he said no.
Yeah. Some people ain't down to come to good old Dub V.
I guess, yeah. Depending on what level you're at, and like I had to drive myself down there, I don't know how inclined I'd be.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I've had anybody come to West Virginia and regret it. You know what I mean?
True, but that's, I don't know. I get people's trepidation. I myself was hesitant to go down to West Virginia until I did.
And then you did, and then you were like, oh shit, this place fucks.
Yeah, exactly. You got to get over that hump.
But like, if you didn't like know what you were specifically doing there for the comedy scene, like you wouldn't necessarily think, "Oh, West Virginia, that's the place for stand-up comedy." Exactly. You know, unfortunately, like that's not a diss to you. What you're doing is helping it become that.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And maybe one day we'll get him, but like it's just the kind of thing. Like I don't feel any bridges are burnt.
I didn't know you had such beef with Morgan J.
I have no beef. I'm just stating that, like, rather quickly, that dude, and a big thanks to things like TikTok, that dude's stock skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Would you say his stock skyrocketed after Cody Where You At was dropped?
I would say it was right around that time.
Yeah. You know what I do like about Morgan J is today he posted all of the networks telling him no, they're not going to take his special.
Oh shit.
So that was
dude, it's
cool.
hard to get a special out.
Dude, he got a
right
no
now.
from everyone. He like shows the emails, Comedy Central, Netflix, Warner Brothers. Everyone's like, "Hey, it's already filmed." He filmed it. He's like, "Nah, we're not going to do it." And like everyone says no.
Well, that's how it is. You gotta make your special, and then you have to shop it around. That's why everyone is doing YouTube right now.
That's what he just did. He released it on YouTube.
But also, he has a pretty big following. Why not just drop it to his followers, like, and like, you know, like you pay him X amount. Like I remember back in the day, like not that I'm condoning Louis C.K., but Louis C.K., that's how he would release his specials, right? Like he would be like, you pay this amount or X amount. I don't know if you were able to set the price. Maybe it was like $15 or something. And then that's how you got the special. I mean, granted, he's a much bigger name, but you don't think that would work for someone like Morgan J?
I mean, it's possible. I don't know. I just know that like for instance, I just there's just like this utterly humongous gap between working comics and comics who get their stuff on things like Netflix and HBO and stuff like that. Like a humongous gap. You know what I mean? Like,
what is the gap? Like, is it
a gap
money?
in talent
is it
or money or
talent?
What?
Yeah, like what?
I don't even necessarily think it's talent as much as like, I mean, like talent's definitely a thing, but it's more of just like along with the line of like whether you're like even Kyle Kinane doesn't put his specials out on Netflix anymore. You know what I mean? Netflix is like honestly like putting out a lot of things by like, unless you're and Mark Maron, his most recent one went to HBO. HBO is a little more accessible for comics, and it sounds, from what I've gathered, comedians honestly like prefer HBO to Netflix. It pays a little better, and you know what I mean?
I'm sure it does.
But Netflix, it seems like they're doing a lot of like young, hot comics, like literally
like physically hot.
attractive.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean, and I kind of know who you're talking about. Did I ever tell you guys? I don't know if I ever told it on the podcast. Maybe I did. So stop me. Like I did naked stand-up comedy out here.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd said it on the podcast, but wait, tell us about it though.
Yeah, I know the story, but I want to hear it again.
So like my first year, you're trying to get.
This connects to Spawn, by the way. Pay attention.
Just comes full circle. Okay. So I'm on Actors Access, which is like a website you use to find gigs if you're a non-represented actor and whatnot. And one of them was like for stand-up in a theater in the Valley, and it was a nudist theater, but they did like Shakespeare. The only caveat was like the actors and the audience are literally all naked. You, the audience, are naked as well. You all disrobed together. Shit. Yeah, it was.
Like
it wasn't
butt naked or like boxers.
Yeah, no, butt naked.
Damn.
It wasn't like perverted though. It was like people that would live on a nudist colony type.
Yeah, nudity doesn't need to be perverted. Yeah. Or doesn't mean.
Well, so like there were times where it got there. So like, anyways, there's a bunch of us. We did our stand up. There's this one girl who really was like not that funny. She wasn't awful, but she wasn't like amazing. And but she had the sickest body, and like there's a lot of male comics and audience members, and so like you would have thought like Jerry Seinfeld was killing in there. And I was like, you know what? I was like, this is such a bull. But then like you can't be that hater dude, that fat hater dude that's like she's only funny because she has big tits or whatever. but like that was the truth. It was just like, oh, it wasn't like, it was a little hacky, but it was a good experience either way. I got paid.
Oh, I'm sure. Hell yeah.
That was a paid nudist gig.
That's awesome. I love doing comedy in weird places.
Yeah.
That's true.
It was crazy. Oh, so then what happened is after the show, an agent
Violator show. Oh.
Yeah, an agent came up to me. He's like, hey, I want to sign you. And I was like, all right, cool. Whatever. And so I signed this piece of paper, and he revealed himself to be Violator.
Oh.
No. So you signed a deal with the devil.
Exactly. I sold my soul to the devil to become this successful.
It all makes sense. You sold your soul to Satan be a podcast host.
Yeah. I really got the short end of that stick.
Well, doesn't everyone when they make a deal with the devil, even in this?
Yeah. Although, I don't know. Spawn has sick powers. You know what I like about, not even necessarily this movie, like Spawn is a cool character.
Spawn's great, yeah.
Like the concept is cool. His story is cool. The fact that he's like a demon, but he's a trained military guy and he can just like use machines. I like didn't read that much Spawn growing up, but I have a shit ton of Spawn figures itself.
I did have, I
had a bunch of Spawn figures. I had a Violator figure that I love.
Yes, I had Violator, not the clown, but like when he's actually the Violator.
I have that. I have that right here in my closet.
Nice.
Yeah, full-grown Violator.
I actually have both. I have Violator and Clown Violator.
Dude, here we go. Actually, matter of fact, dude, this I've had probably since 9th grade, but Spawn figure.
Nice. That cape.
Yeah. Dude, his cape is sick. Pretty cool design from Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane is great.
Seriously, that's why. It looks cool. It's like red and black. He has like, all the figures were always so detailed.
The Todd father. He's in the movie Todd McFarlane. He has a little cameo. I noticed it this time.
Who was he?
So there's a part where like the clown becomes the Violator, and they like are fighting like
downtown
in
that alley.
Yeah, and like there's one of like the guys down there, and Spawn pushes him out of the way, and it's Todd McFarlane. He's like, oh. Like it's like raining. Like it's so pretty funny. Quick, but I'm like, oh shit, that's Todd McFarlane.
Well, I'm sorry you were involved with this movie.
Who wants to do a synopsis? I feel like there's a lot of people that have not seen this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
It definitely needs some sort of synopsis.
So Al Simmons is a CIA like trained A6 soldier.
Like Navy SEAL status, CIA status type shit.
Yeah, taking out Middle Eastern men right from the beginning. Really, he was. They're just like getting off a jet or whatever.
Yep.
He sends those missiles, boom, 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 tactical style, just wipes them out. Judge, jury, and executioner, you know?
I noticed about that scene that you never see the airplane blow up, but you see it like in like the night vision mode blow up. So like every corner they could cut in this movie, they cut.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely not giving this movie their all.
No.
Honestly, the only person who felt like they did.
Well, time out. When did this movie come out, anyways?
1997.
Yeah,
Ooh,
there was
you know-
better special effects being used at the time.
Case in point, our episode that were just released today, Terminator Judgment Day, came out before this movie and looked way better than Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like
for sure.
it's definitely has to do with like whatever budget they had, and like the director of this movie, he's not known for anything except he created the special effects in Jurassic Park. So he figured out how to make the dinosaurs look really cool. So they're like, "Oh, this guy's great. Let's give him
Why
Spawn."
couldn't he do that for Spawn?
That's a great question. Like if I sold my soul to the devil and he looked like the devil in this movie, I'd be like, not that was the devil. What was his name? Malbrosia?
His like, Mabroglia or something.
I'd be like, dude, you're the devil. You're just like crappy CGI. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. If I'm being honest, every moment in hell was awful. Also, they couldn't do a better devil voice than.
Yeah. Oh, no. You know whose voice that is? The voice
Who?
of Shao Kahn from the Mortal Kombat movie.
no way.
And that same voice actor does the voice of Fred from Scooby-Doo.
That's funny.
Spell.
I do like that all of Spawn. I didn't realize, like, because once again I saw this movie first, I didn't realize that the design of Spawn is like what all of Hell's soldiers look like. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or at least this circle of hell. Because I'm pretty sure there are multiple circles of hell. And this demon just runs this circle.
You're probably right,
Yeah.
I think. Well, there's 8 rings of hell in Dante's Inferno.
Kind of like how in Philadelphia, there's Corson. Like Corson has his own.
They say he's one of the kings of hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Payman in Hereditary, they say he's one of the 8 kings of hell.
You got to know your hell lore if you're
You
listening
gotta know
to
your
Comics
hell
and
demons,
Chronic.
dude.
Yeah, you're hell spawn.
Your hell
Your
spawn,
hell,
yeah.
hell spawn.
Which is where Spawn comes from. I really didn't know that until I rewatched this. Like, oh, that's why he's called Spawn.
Spawn is a hell spawn.
He's a hell spawn, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, his employer, they fuck him over on this mission.
Kill him.
They kill him.
Burn him
He gets
alive.
He gets burned alive.
Instructed to do so by Violator for money and power.
Exactly. Yep. And then he goes to hell.
Also, his employer is played by Martin Sheen.
Martin
with an
Sheen, yeah.
I forgot
awful
all
goatee.
about that.
Terrible goatee.
But I do love me some Martin Sheen.
Also, they actually burned Michael Jai White. They put like I was watching some behind the scenes. Like they put some shit on him, like this gel, and like because Michael Jai White does stunts. Like he's a trained martial artist, and like it doesn't really show in this movie too well. Like I don't know why, but it sucks. Like how do you miss?
He's like a 3rd degree black belt.
He's amazing.
He's like a legit martial artist.
Yeah.
He would fuck you up.
Yeah, dude.
But you don't see that in Spawn, the character of Spawn, or the movie at all.
If this movie came out like now, I think it'd be way better.
Hell yeah.
God, I hope they make a new one. This is
I
a
think
movie
they are.
I'd be
They
fine
are
with
going to
them
make it.
remaking.
Yeah, they need to remake Spawn.
It's
They need to
worth
give him
it.
justice.
Yeah.
Make it rated R. Make it fucking cool.
But like,
But keep John Leguizamo as the Violator.
took the words out of my mouth.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, because he
And
does.
keep the Violator in that silly
Clown.
prosthetic outfit.
I like
Dude,
John Leguizamo's voice as Violator.
Yeah, John Leguizamo probably wouldn't go in that prosthetic suit again. Like, again, watching behind the scenes, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, first of all, it blew my mind that they made, like, is John Leguizamo short? Like, is he a short dude?
I don't think he's that tall. I don't know how tall
He's not. He's short, but he's not 3'10" like the Violator.
Yeah, how did they make him? But how did they do that then? Like, I couldn't.
How did they make Frodo
Camera
in
work,
them?
camera angles,
what
yeah.
I mean?
Well,
But I was
like-
watching behind the scenes. It didn't seem that way. That's what I mean. Like, it seems like John Leguizamo was like hunched over the whole time. Like,
He might have been. I don't know.
it's just crazy. Like, I'm giving
Don't
props
be
to.
fooled by movie magic, Anthony.
I was fooled by the Violator, to be completely honest.
The Violator.
His teeth are so fucking scary. His eyes.
Yeah.
I watched this movie when I was 7 years old. They fucking fucked with, like, I was scared. Like, I watched it, but I was like, the rest of the movie, whatever. But Violator was always scary to me.
But Violator's great. And his design is great.
Yeah. And it's it's definitely one of those movies that as a kid, I was like, holy shit, this rules. And then I watched it as an adult and was like, oh, I was just simply a child.
Exactly. For some reason you couldn't see that when you watched Super Mario. But anyway.
Oh man, Super Mario still fucks. That's why. And this movie fucks, but more in an ironic way. You know what I mean? Like it's just like so campy and like unintentionally over, like the act, some of the line delivery, like everyone, even aside from John Leguizamo, gives their worst performance.
Yeah, like the friend, his best friend, what was his name? Who marries Wanda?
I don't know. He looked like 90s, the dude that plays Shazam. He looked like him, like with a goatee. Zach Levy.
Yeah, him and Wanda, they were just like terrible actors in this movie.
Yep.
Yeah, Martin Sheen's worst performance.
Yep.
Yeah, and yet we know he's a good actor.
Yeah. Whoever Martin Sheen's sexy sidekick that Spawn just beats the shit out of.
She, speaking of Mortal Kombat, Anthony,
yes,
is actually... She's Sindel. No.
Sindel. Yeah, that's her name.
She's Sindel in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yes. Another connection to that movie.
Yeah.
Which is also another shitty movie, Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yeah, dude.
If
that woman, whatever she puts her hands in, you know it's going to be bad.
Yep.
Fun fact, in the show Entourage, that woman that we're talking about, that actress, she plays an actress who notoriously did shitty woman roles like that in the 90s films. I swear to God. It's literally a plot point in Entourage.
That's
so
hilarious.
It's funny. Like, yeah.
It's crazy. Because that's her. Unfortunately, that's her.
It's her. She was that woman. But hey, shit, she got work. Fuck it.
Yep.
Yeah, she got paid, baby.
She got paid bills.
Even, what's his name? Cagliostro. That guy was just like, oh, great. Like, he just kept popping up and was like, you must do this. Like,
yes, I dress like an idiot. Because
well, I didn't get his
dude,
getup.
this guy,
Yeah.
dude, that guy straight up had, what's his name? Sam fucking, the mustache. No, mustache guy. He's like often a cowboy.
Sam, I know who you're talking about. Fuck. Elliot.
He's got
Sam Elliott.
Sam
Elliott. Yeah, that guy was straight up seaside Sam Elliott.
Way seaside Sam Elliott. That is C strings, D string Sam Elliott. Put some respect on Sam Elliott's name.
No, yeah, exactly. That guy was like trying to be Sam Elliott. Yeah. Like at some point, Sam Elliott probably fucked that dude's wife. And that dude was like, I need to be better. I need to be cooler, and just tried his best, but he could never be Sam Elliott.
Although like 2 years ago, Sam Elliott did go on a slightly anti-trans, anti-gay thing. Or not anti-gay.
I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Ooh, you can't pretend. Not in this world.
I forget which show. It might have been like Yellowstone he was talking about, but he was just talking about he's like gay cowboys. He's like, why? There's no gay cowboys. Like, he just wasn't down with gay cowboys and shit. And so.
Man. I don't know, Sam. People have been historically sucking their dicks forever. You know what I mean?
Since the beginning of time itself.
Yep.
People have gotten their dicks sucked.
It's just the way of the world.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
I don't see no. I love how you started seeing changes. In response to Sam Elliott being homophobic.
It's called peaceful protesting, dude.
Oh, that's so silly.
Do we know who wasn't peaceful? Spawn.
No.
Because he would riddle anyone with a gun.
Yeah, dude. He just straight shot willy-nilly.
Dude, even the part where he comes back to kill Martin Sheen, they're at the big Gala or whatever.
Gala, yeah.
And that woman we're talking about, she literally has like 2 machine guns like this, and she just sprays
mowing down.
like, more innocents for sure got killed than anyone else.
Yeah, well, and then Spawn gets like 8 bullets to the chest, and his body heals, and he's like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah, he's pretty much on like he's pretty much on some Jason Momoa Aquaman shit. He's like, "Yeah, all right, this body kicks it."
That was a cool entrance though. Like the CGI still like wasn't quite there, but like he comes through the ceiling, the glass breaks, his cape is like super big, super flowy. They did try for certain parts. Like the Spawn costume doesn't look bad, but like you rarely see it in the movie. Like he's always just, you see his face.
Yeah,
I don't want to see burnt Michael Jai White.
Me neither. I don't want to see that either. I want to see like cool looking Spawn with the green eyes and everything all the time.
It was like an MCU Disney Plus TV show. It's like show us his fucking mask.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Spawn only looks cool because of his mask.
Seriously, like I want to see him in the whole getup. I just didn't. That bothered me.
Yeah,
I agree 100%. When watching it this time, I was like, I see what they're trying to do, and if only this was made now, it could be pulled off, and it would be cool.
Yeah, I feel like you could still almost do the same cast too, and like they could be better. Like Michael Jai White could, I think, definitely do a better job as Spawn. Like in the years, like he's gotten better as an actor. I feel like you said, John Leguizamo could be Clown again easily. Like he could just kill that role. I feel like, is Martin Sheen alive anymore? I don't even know.
He's alive,
but does he act still? Is he like?
I don't really think
he's probably too old for that.
We need to replace him.
Yeah, he could be replaced, but like
we can replace him.
We also need to replace the wife and
Wanda.
the boyfriend
and the boyfriend. Yeah.
Husband,
and Wanda needs like, I mean, I don't know enough about the Spawn comics, but like she didn't really have much to do in this movie except be a mom and be a wife. Like she wasn't.
Yeah,
didn't have anything to do.
She was literally just like a plot device. Yeah.
So way to go.
Okay, so we got off the synopsis again. Spawn dies. His boss
back.
His boss brings him back. He becomes the. He agrees to lead whatever that demon's dumbass name is.
Mike
army.
Birbiglia.
Mike Birbiglia.
Mike Birbiglia.
That's what we're calling him the rest of the episode. The demon, Mike Birbiglia.
Yeah, he basically agrees to like lead that army when the time comes to like take over Earth and fuck with the angels and all that shit.
Yeah, for Armageddon to happen.
Yeah, and he comes back to Earth, and 5 years have passed since he's died. And his best friend is straight up banging and like damn near married to his wife.
I think they are married.
They had a kid.
They're married, yeah. Wait, was that their
that
kid?
Was Spawn's kid.
Yeah, that was Spawn's kid, dude.
Is it? No.
Yes, because that girl is like...
No, I don't think that's his actual daughter.
I think it's supposed to be his daughter. That's what I thought.
But even I read like the first 3 issues of Spawn today, and in that he's like, "What? She has a kid? Like I wasn't even able to have kids." They don't say that in the movie, but I don't think it's his actual daughter. Yeah, because 5 years has passed, and I think she's like 5 years old. Like I don't think Spawn.
Yeah, exactly. I think wasn't Wanda pregnant or no?
I don't know. Like I think he's just. I don't know. Now I'm downing it, but I really don't think it's his daughter. Like it seems like it is, but I don't. Like it doesn't change anything actually for what he does. He still helps her, like.
Yeah, well, I also thought it was his daughter because like he seemed to get like really jealous. Like even at the end when they're all like oddly sitting in the living room of the house after fighting the Violator.
Oh yeah.
And that dog.
Yeah, the final battle happens in the smallest living room ever. Like what? Yeah. And Vindicator's like takes up like half the living room.
Although that was cool when he fucking like uses
Vindicator
to like chains
Vindicator's our Violator.
Vindicator.
I like Vindicator.
They just have to feel vindicated. Yeah. They're just always on the quest for feeling vindicated.
Yeah, but Spawn uses his chains like a saw to saw the.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah,
something they could do more of if they actually had more CGI.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because his costume can do crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he turns into his hand like becomes like lizard like, and he's able to just like scale the wall.
He was Spider-Man for a second.
Like it's almost like Green Lantern esque, like it can, but with a mind of its own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. it even turns into the motorcycle. Remember his cape?
Yes.
Shot out and formed his motorcycle, and he's like,
he could camouflage like he does on the side of the building.
Yeah,
it can do anything. What the fuck?
Yeah,
what is Spawn's powers?
He just has like a lot of necro powers, like necro. He can do like necro energy blasts and shit.
Yeah, he turns into that spiked block to blow Violator up, and the Violator like cornily just like flies away in an explosion. It's just like, I'll see you at Wanda's house.
I like the part where he's like, they're in the alley, and he's like Spawn doesn't know what's going on, and he's like, "Oh, you want me to spell it out for you? You're DED dead."
Yeah.
Like he has so many like, and that's how it is in the comics too. Like Violator's just like going off like with his jokes and just being an asshole. Like that's just, they get that really well. Like
I feel like they get Violator really well. I feel like when Spawn is fully costumed,
Violator.
at least I didn't say Vindicator.
Wait, time out. Does it? When Violator introduces himself, doesn't he say he's like, I'm the something something?
Yeah, he's like, I'm not exactly.
And then he's like, the Vindicator, a Violator.
Yeah.
He like comes
then
out
he
and
becomes the demon.
Yep. Yeah. That CGI wasn't terrible in that scene either.
Yeah,
actually.
oddly enough, his like, even though it still wasn't the greatest, like his demon CGI wasn't the worst.
Yeah.
It was definitely better than his bosses.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mike
Birbiglia, literally everyone else.
Mike Birbiglia is
voiced by Shao Kahn.
I thought of something. We were talking about his jokes and his rhymes, dude. I just read Nita Hawes's Nightmare blog.
Oh, nice.
And like, I forget I think it's coursing through this like catatonic black dude. He like keeps rhyming. And then like this one angel, I think the spider dude says like, "Oh, I hate rhyming demons," and it made me think of Etrigan.
Yeah.
And the other demon in Sandman when he goes to hell, and he's like, "Oh, a rhyming."
I think that was also Etrigan.
Well, there's two. There's the little squatter bloat, and then there's Etrigan comes out.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And before that, Morpheus is like, "Oh, a rhymer." Like, oh, I never. What's up this thing with like rhyming demons? Is that like a thing in the Bible or whatever?
Maybe it's like a biblical thing or something like.
I don't think it's a biblical. If it's a big, there might be like Christian lore, but I don't think there's like it might be like it's not. There's no like in the Bible they're not having rhyming demons.
Yeah, like rap battles.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
But is there something like, beware of a rhyming demon? They never say what they mean or something.
Maybe like later, like just due to like folklore and stuff in Anglo-Saxon, which is a very Christian dominated continent, you know what I mean? And while they were developing in medieval times, but there's not like stuff in the Bible about it.
Gotcha. So maybe it's not biblical yet. And I don't know where this comes from, but check this out. So your rank in hell. Your rank in hell is determined by what meter of rhymes you speak in.
Oh, dude, so if you have straight bars.
Yeah. So it says Etrigan speaks in couplets, which makes sense because he rhymes like every other thing. It says, like you were just saying, they meet in Sandman. Squatterbloat does trilets. I don't know what trilets are. And the really powerful ones just speak normally. So that makes sense. That's kind of interesting. So like if you're a lower ranked demon, you're going to be rhyming all the time because it's just like, that's how you speak.
Damn.
Nice.
So it's safe to say that Tupac and Biggie are in like the deepest rung of hell, right?
or the highest, I guess. Yeah, depending on what.
I mean, they're like pretty powerful.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The inner circle.
Yeah. The inner circle.
They constantly vie for it.
A never-ending battle.
Unless you believe in Atlanta, in which case, Tupac only recently has
that episode was insane.
Yeah, that was.
I cracked up when I finally like got it at the end. I was like, "Oh wait, that's supposed to be Tupac."
That's so funny.
They never show it, but like they make you like you're led to believe that's who it is. Like,
that's insane.
That's hilarious.
But we're not even saying what happens. It's just kind of wild. If you've seen the episode, you know what we mean. But not gonna say it here.
So, how do you guys think you would do in hell? Also, would you?
Do I get the Spawn suit?
Yes.
Oh, easy. I'd be.
Well, yeah, you have the Spawn suit.
I would agree to those demons' terms right away. Of course, fuck them over, but like for a while, like
do you
wreak some
think you
havoc
would-
on Earth.
Would you do good or would you be evil? Or would you just, knowing Jake, I feel like you'd be pretty middling.
I'd be middling. It depends on my mood. I think I would do good in that, like, hey, you guys, like, I'll tell humanity, like, demons are real. They're gonna come and take over. We got to fight. You guys got to be better. I'll give you 5 years, and if they don't get better in 5 years, then I take over the world. I kill the demon. And I enslave humanity. But I'd give you 5 years to become better people.
Nice.
So I think it's fair.
Nice.
That's the funny thing about Spawn. He's a fucking assassin who killed a bunch of people. Like, he's not really a moral
he's
dude.
Not a, yeah, he's not a good
person
guy.
to begin with.
Yeah, we're talking about basically a hired serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's
And,
like
like,
toppled governments.
The movie like addresses it in the most bare bones way possible. Like a real serious Spawn movie could. He's an interesting character. He's complex. He's not just like you said. He's kind of like Green Lantern. He's got a bit of Batman in him. He's got a bit of Etrigan in him. Like he's got a bit of like the Sandman Swamp Thing parts of comics that we like. Like it's really cool. Spawn is awesome, but this movie like. Definitely when I was younger, yeah, like made me be like, do I even care about Spawn? Like I have the toys, but that's as far as I'll go. Like I never saw the animated series. Jake, you said that's a great series.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it's on HBO too.
It's on HBO also. You guys can watch it.
I need to watch it. I've never seen it. But like, is it worth watching? It's actually good, like compared to this.
Was it a series or was it a movie?
It was also a movie. Compared to
it's
this,
a movie. Okay.
Yeah, it's a movie. Compared to this, it's it's way better.
Nice.
Way better.
Awesome.
And it's like made then too. It's like an old 90s cartoon movie.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It has the same energy as like a more violent version of like the X-Men cartoon or something.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Like it's way more comic book accurate and loyal.
We should do an
and
episode on that one too.
Let's do that one.
Honestly,
Yeah, I'm down for that one.
Maybe even it'll definitely get a better score.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
But
isn't
I-
one
yeah,
of those so bad it's good. It's just like yikes.
Yeah. And it is bad. And I'm not going to give it a high rating, but also like because like Spawn is so cool. They're just like
And they did
shitty
get some
moments I
things
appreciate.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, they did get some things.
Yeah.
Like honestly, John Leguizamo gives them at least 3 points for me.
John Leguizamo holds up most of the Joe Pesci scale. In this
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree with
For
that, but
sure.
I don't know if it gives it 3 points.
movie. Ooh, oh, we got shots.
We're getting some low.
This
blows
might be my
coming.
lowest Pesci score ever.
Whoa!
No way.
What is Lower Than Love
I
and
like
Thunder?
this one more than Wonder Woman 1984, I'll be honest.
And I like this more than Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Well, we never,
I think so,
we
too.
never had a Pesci score for Wonder Woman, or maybe we did at some point, but not when we first did it. So I don't remember what I gave it, but I don't even remember what I gave Thor. But yeah, maybe I should have. There's so many scores. I wish some I put lower, some I put higher, like just to make it make more sense. But this one, I'm just going with my gut when we get to it. Are we already ready? Because
No,
yeah.
I mean, what? I think we got time to we got time to talk about this movie. We haven't even talked about the whole virus thing.
Oh, right. The biggest point of the plot.
yeah.
Martin Sheen basically becomes a terrorist.
Doesn't he implant a piece
A pacemaker, yeah.
that will, like, if he flatlines, it'll release this biochemical bomb or whatever. Like
yeah,
this
across
crazy-
every,
like it'll just go into the air and kill a lot of the human population.
Yeah, basically, like it's like a world-ending event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how Clown is ushering in
The apocalypse.
the apocalypse, exactly. It's like pestilence. Yeah. You know, he's just like he's getting a hard on every time he thinks about it. Know what I really didn't like? It was like too like creepy, but also just like out of nowhere and just like whatever. Like he's just like something happens and he's suddenly in a cheerleader outfit and he's like Spawn,
Yeah.
Spawn, he's
that.
her man. I'm like,
I love that.
I like it. He's a demon.
I
He can-
love that.
He's a fucking
no, but then he
dickhead
gets like
demon.
zapped to hell, like in that same like instant. It's like it's so trippy.
Oh, I remember.
Well, remember-
I know the exact scene you're talking about.
Remember, Mike Birbiglia doesn't like Violator. He even like
Right.
picks him up and he's like, "I'm giving you one last chance, you
Yeah.
shitty demon."
Yeah, and he's like, "It should have been me. It should have been me."
That's awesome.
I'm convinced that Cody in this movie could be Mike Birbiglia and Jake's Violator.
I'd be violent.
Yeah.
I'd be both, honestly. So who does that make you, Anthony?
Yeah, who does that make
I felt like you guys were going to give me the white guy. What's his name?
The boyfriend?
The friend.
Oh, not the friend. The dude in the Indiana Jones hat. What's his name?
The
guy
Cagliostro.
Cagliostro, yeah. He's got an Italian name and he's
Caligula.
Caligula. It's not Caligula.
What?
I know.
It is Cagliostro, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Cagliostro. Yeah.
Cagliostro.
Yeah.
Dude, wait, hold on. We're also forgetting what's his name? The fucking kid.
Oh, who's in Kindergarten Cop? It's the same kid.
And he's also the kid in Full House. He's one of...
He's always the same character. He's that
always
kid.
The same character.
He's
Fuck
like
that
a precocious
kid, by the way.
guy. Like, hey, my dad. He in Kindergarten Cop. He has like the famous line where he's like, "My dad's a gynecologist. He looks at vaginas all day long." And Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, "Yeah, okay, sit down."
Yeah. In this movie, he's like throwing up because his dad is forcing him to eat spoiled food.
He's like, "That's good food you're wasting, son."
Yeah. Dude, and doesn't Spawn beat up his dad or something?
Yeah, he does. He's like, "That's my dad." He's gonna murder him. He's gonna murder him for doing that.
Spawn was bringing the plight of American homelessness to the forefront long before anyone else. So I think for that reason, I'm giving it a point up.
Wow. Okay.
Spawn is woke, dude.
You got to find the point somewhere, I guess.
Yeah.
It also kind of thinking about it, like when he has the hood on and he meets, like you guys say it's his daughter, I say it's not his daughter, but either way, it's kind of like a Frankenstein moment. Literally, like from the classic movie, like where he goes to the little girl and it's like she senses that he's a good guy. Even the dog, which the dog has a cancelable name now. Spaz, yeah. Like,
is Spaz cancelable?
Yeah, I remember Lizzo got in trouble for it.
Spaz,
you can't call people a spaz. This dog's that was his name. Like, it's just we're saying it in quotes. We're just saying the dog's name. But I love that kind of
Spaz back.
Oh, Jake is bringing it back, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not a nice word. But I like that dog a lot. Like the dog loves Spawn. But like if I want a pet, if I have a pet dog, I want that exact kind of dog. A lot of movies use that kind of dog. I don't know what kind of dog it is, but
like Benji.
Yeah, like Benji, exactly. They seem really smart and like they'll always be like, following you around. I don't know. I like those kind of dogs.
Is he not a Jack Russell or
maybe?
Doesn't Spawn doesn't Violator kill his dog?
Almost. No. That dog survives.
No, almost. Because I remember in the end, they're all sitting in Wanda's living room, and the little kid comes in with Spaz, and he's like, "Spaz," and then hugs him, and he's like, "I have no place in this world.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go deal justice or whatever."
Yeah. How come at the end, when maybe it's because he's a demon Spawn, I guess now, but like all the rats are like crawling up to where Spawn is standing on the building? You guys notice that? Why do all the rats go there?
Because he's probably a demon. He's a demon.
That's it. Yeah, okay.
Man.
I was confused. I was like, I don't know. They were just all the rats were crawling to Spawn. I'm like, all right, is he Ratman? Because it was very Batman-like, and then all the rats.
Ratcatcher. Dude, you know what I didn't get to say in our last recording of Batman for 89?
What?
Oh, what
I
happened?
Totally forgot. Okay, let's see if you guys,
This is an addendum to that.
Yeah, this is an addendum. Please see. Okay, do you guys remember when they're at Wayne Manor and Kim Basinger is trying to find Bruce Wayne, and Kim Basinger and the news reporter go into that giant room with all the suits of armor?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In that room is a legit Ratcatcher costume.
Oh.
And like, you can go back and watch it. And like, they've even talked about it. They're like, oh yeah, for Ratcatcher, we put his suit in that room. Yeah.
Because we talked about that scene really quick, but it was to shit on Bruce Wayne to say he never went to Japan.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. When he said I got that scene in Japan, that same scene, there's a Ratcatcher costume in there. But I want to bring that up in the last.
I need to now actually see a screen cap of that because I'd never caught that.
Go back, bro.
Nice.
Hold on, I'm gonna hit the bong. I'm gonna do my middle of the episode bong hit.
Dude, while you do that,
you're gonna talk to me.
Yeah, I'll talk to you, little buddy.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Dude, I don't know. Spawn kind of slaps.
Yeah, I don't have the hate for it Anthony does.
I know. Poor Anthony. He's got the hatred just out of his heart.
I think it's just because it's not a Marvel movie. He's really hating on it. That being said, Spawn would fuck up most Marvel characters.
Agreed.
Like easy money.
He's got a lot of powers.
Easy money.
Do you think he would fuck up DC characters as easily?
No. I think DC is like another level. They're literal gods in DC.
Yeah, but he's devil powers. Like Superman can't fuck with magic, so I feel like he might have a hard time against Spawn, honestly. There definitely have been crossovers. I've read Batman Spawn crossover.
Wow.
Batman obviously could get his ass kicked by Spawn.
There is a Batman Spawn cross.
There's an old one and one that came out very recently, like a month ago or 2 months ago. But I feel like Spawn could fuck with people, even though I haven't read too much Spawn.
In DC, I don't think that he could fuck. Like, I don't think he wouldn't do damage. But I just think with Marvel, he would probably win, and with DC, he would probably.
I think he would get put down sooner than Marvel.
Spawn versus Constantine. That would be cool.
Ooh,
that would be cool.
Dude, you know what we should do, actually? Keanu Reeves is Constantine.
Hell
way better than this movie, honestly.
Oh,
I actually
I
liked
did
that
like
movie
that.
a lot when I saw it.
Yeah.
I
I'm
would
not gonna lie.
also that's one of my favorite, like I'd say like top 5 on-screen devils.
He was also a demon.
Was he a demon? He wasn't the devil.
No, it wasn't. No, the devil. Oh, you're talking about the Russian dude who's also in Armageddon.
Oh,
Yes, you're right. That guy was the devil. Yeah,
and he does a great. He just like.
I thought you were talking about Gwen
He just, like,
Stefani's boyfriend.
No, that dude just sees like Satan. He just like oozes it. You
Dude,
know what I mean?
I love the scene in the end where like Constantine's about to die because of his lung cancer and whatnot. And he's going to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and like Satan like puts his hands in his chest, like grabs him back down to earth, and like holds these like smoldering charred lungs. And he's like, no. He's like, you're gonna be mine. So he like cures his cancer.
Nice.
But like puts him back on earth to like fuck up and sin and go to hell, you know?
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know. That movie is kind of good, to be honest.
I haven't seen it in years, but I liked it when it came out.
Dude, there's a great fight with like a giant demon in the streets of LA.
I think it kind of holds up.
I think it does hold up.
All right. How about that's the next one we do? Because now I'm hyped for it. Next movie we watch.
Let's
for sure.
do it. It's also on HBO. So
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
yeah, and all the DC movies are on HBO.
All right, we should do that too. Like, let's pick movies that are streamable. That's going to be the
true,
easiest.
yeah.
You know,
That'll be
obviously the
and
easiest.
there's going to be a lot, to be honest.
Yeah. No, that's
That's
cool.
good.
So cool, Constantine. I just added it to the list. We'll do that. Awesome.
Oh, well, I think we've reached the Joe Peasy next season.
Yeah, for this one.
Yeah. If I'm being honest, I was going to give it a higher score than I am now, but simply because we spent a lot of this episode talking about anything else.
Yeah,
That definitely takes it down a couple pegs.
It's a really simple movie.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Watch
it's
it
only-
once and that's it.
Yeah, watch it once. It's only an hour and a half.
Yeah. There's a director's cut, but I didn't
God.
want. I don't know. How
No one
much
wants to
better can you
watch.
make it?
Release the Snyder cut.
Of Spawn 1998.
Honestly, if you got rid of all the transitions, it would make the movie a little bit better for
Yeah.
me. I hate those
Oh,
transitions.
that's like, yeah, those transitions were dookie.
It was like they figured out, like, you know, like if you had an editing program on your computer and they were just like, let's keep using that one. It's so cool. And then it's just like, fire, shoo, shoo. It's like, you don't need to do it for every scene. Sometimes it was like, damn, that was way too quick. Like, the scene just started.
Yeah, for sure.
Just too many things wrong with the movie. Not enough, like, ooh, you know, not enough nostalgia. Not enough I care about
That's true.
Spawn. It
Not
didn't make
enough
me like
nostalgia
Spawn
for
more.
sure.
Yeah, Spawn's actually like pretty unlikable. Honestly, aside from Violator, I don't really like anyone in this movie.
Yeah, I liked Violator more as a kid, too. I was just like, that's the guy. Like, he's more fun.
Spawn's not even like a cool hero to root for in this.
No.
Yeah.
He's not.
So fuck Spawn. Anthony, I feel-
Seriously, yeah.
What are you gonna? Who wants to go first?
Anthony, I think you should.
Okay. I feel like this movie really has like no redeeming, like
Whoa, nothing redeeming?
it's like literally the last time I watched this was in like when I was a kid, like 97, 98. So like I have no regrets that was the case. And I don't know, I'm feeling froggy tonight. I was actually going to give it a higher score too when I came into this. But
Ribbit.
I'm giving it a 1.
Wait,
I'm giving it a 1.
Holy Jesus.
Spawn deserves better.
This is mind-boggling.
What are you going for, Jakey Poo?
I was going to give it a 3. I don't know.
Is that what you're doing?
I don't know.
So if I'm being honest, going into it, so I've tried to watch it ever since we were talking about watching it. I was like, I'm gonna watch it. And then multiple times I started it at night, got stoned, and fell asleep. And so today was the first time that I started to watch it, or that I like watched it all the way through. But like, especially at the beginning where I had already seen the first like 20, 30 minutes a few times, I was like, hurry the fuck up, get through it. And after talking about it, I think my score, I was going into this thinking I was going to give it at least a 3.5.
Wow.
But if I'm being honest, I think I'm going to give it a 2.7.
I kind of want to amend mine to like a 2.5.
Do it, man.
It's fun to make fun of, but yeah, the movie sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie's, it's just not that good. Like literally the best part is Johnny Legs.
Johnny Legs.
And also think about that. We're Comics and Chronic,
Jimmy
right?
Tins and Johnny Legs.
Jimmy Tins and Johnny Legs. But like, think about it. We're Comics and Chronic, right? Like, we're getting high when we watch these movies, or most of the time. I mean, I always am. So like, you got to take that into account. If I get high and the movie's going to put me to sleep and it's not even making me like laugh enough, or like it's not interesting enough, then like that's affecting my Joe Pesci, mathematics. So,
the Joe Pesci equilibrium.
So, like, unfortunately, like, we can't summon the devil on an episode where it would be like, it would make a lot of sense for the devil to make an appearance.
This would be the ideal episode.
Yeah, but no.
This fucking movie aged like an unflushed toilet. You know what I'm saying?
I think Satan would be embarrassed by the representation of hell in this movie.
Yeah, for sure. I'm embarrassed for him.
The funny thing is, I was watching like a quick thing on YouTube. It was like, I guess the Sci-Fi Channel did a quick like 20-minute documentary about it when it came out, and it's barely a documentary. It's just like people hyping the movie, and they're like, this movie has the most cutting edge CGI of all time. And I'm like, what? And they're actually showing clips from the movie while they're saying this. And I'm like, how? Who believed this? I don't think anyone even believed it at the time, you know?
Everyone just fucked up.
We're living in the same world. If this came out in 1998, that's the same year as Titanic.
Yeah. No, like it's clear that like you can't like, you know, especially like if you didn't grow up watching these kind of movies, and this movie especially, like you can't just give it a pass for being like it's 1997. Like it wasn't. That's not the case here.
Do you think Spawn would survive the sinking of the Titanic?
Like his cape could become a giant raft or boat, I guess.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
He could save people.
He's dead, so I guess he wouldn't, like, you know.
Spawn would be fine. He
Yeah.
would survive it. But could he save it? Could he stop the ship from sinking? That'd be cool.
Like if he's Spider-Man style.
Yeah, with
uses
his chains. He also has chains. Remember, he's like a shit ton of, dude, even in the comics, he's always whipping around like Ghost Rider style, like chains and shit.
Yeah. Spawn is literally, Todd McFarlane was like, fuck these superhero comics. I'm going to start my own shit. And my own shit is just going to be a tiny bit of everyone.
Literally. Yeah, that's literally. Cody just told the story of Image Comics. That's it. That's how it came to be.
That's hilarious.
But it's
Melinda
true
Clark,
because Image Comics is like all those young, cool writers from Marvel and DC. They're like, fuck it, let's make our own thing, and like let's make superheroes that like people want to see. For the most part, they did it. Spawn is fucking huge. That's not
Savage Dragon.
Savage Dragon. That's another one. I guess those are the only ones I could really think of.
But then later on, Image takes this turn where it almost becomes like the A24 for a while of comics.
True.
That's definitely kind of like, Image Comics now, especially like you get a lot of these cool like comic ideas that are, like have nothing to do with superheroes most of the time. And that's awesome.
Yep. I agree.
Thanks, my dude.
Not every movie we watch is going to be a banger. It's not our fault.
Yeah, we tried to watch this to bring you the best comic book content, and In fact, we brought you the worst. I would definitely put this in the wrong. Yeah, no, we were bangers always. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Movie was.
I'm just saying. Yeah, the movie is definitely in like the lower rung of movies that are adapted from comics.
Completely agree. Yep.
Facts.
Down there, I would say down there. I still like it better than Lore, Thor, and Thunder. Whatever.
Thor and Thunder.
Thor, Love and Thunder. I liked it better than that. I will stand by that.
Yeah, I would say John Leguizamo's performance as Clown was better than Christian Bale's performance as Gore the God. I'm not joking. I agree.
No, do you like it better than Quantumania?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, even though, again, the scores don't matter.
Yeah. Nothing
I was coming into this, I was going to give Spawn a 2, but no.
He dropped it down. Anthony was being brutal.
That's understandable, though. This is not something I could feel the need to argue. Like, what are you talking about, Anthony?
Yeah.
I mean, I will argue for Super Mario Bros. I will not argue for this.
Yeah. We should each do a movie that like someone would argue passionately about that most people would hate.
Ooh.
Like, Anthony, what do you like that people tend not to?
Spy Kids.
That's not true. That's just you guys. But we can talk Spy Kids if you want. But honestly, I feel like a lot of stuff I like, everyone's like, what? Well, that sucks. I'm like, okay.
Like what?
I don't care. Like, I really don't care if everyone hates the one thing I love. Like, it doesn't affect, like, okay, maybe I don't have anyone to talk about it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, no one liking Weezer has no effect on how I like the music. You know, it still affects me the way it affects me, and I like it the same way, you know? Like, again, like, it's just no one else. I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, you listen to the new Weezer album? You're gonna be like, a fucking course not. I didn't listen to it. So there's probably a long list of movies on that. But yeah, I get it. Like, no, I don't know anyone who would defend this movie. Like, I don't know if this is your favorite movie, I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, this is nobody's favorite movie. There's not a soul.
I want to find the person.
There's no way somebody has seen this and also seen There Will Be Blood and been like, you know what I like. That's
what a comparison.
Movie.
What a comparison.
There Will Be Blood versus Spawn. Dude, Daniel Day-Lewis as Spawn? That would be
I kind of want to Spawn to be another person of color.
Yeah, he's got to be.
He is in the comics.
Yeah.
Oh, and the issues I was reading earlier, I guess when he's first Spawn and like, you know, you don't really know too much about him and he's like trying to use his powers. He doesn't really know how his powers work. He's like, maybe I could turn back into a person. And he tries to and he turns into a white guy. He's like, what the fuck? I'm black. Why do I look like this?
That's
and like
so
he can't
funny.
turn into a black guy for some reason. So I'm like, okay, this is like, what is happening to like, why is that part of it? You know, it's like the devil fucking with him, I guess.
Oh,
hell wasn't bad enough.
Yeah, he's like, now you're a white guy.
Now you're a white man. He's like, no,
I'm not making that up.
That's weird. Who did that? Was that Todd McFarlane or a different writer?
No, Todd McFarlane is like Spawn for at least the first 50 issues. Yeah. I have the compendium of the first,
isn't it?
Probably more, yeah. And I think the artist is Greg Capullo. I don't think Todd McFarlane did the art. Maybe he did some art. Greg Capps, yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about
Daddy
Spawn.
himself.
Cap Daddy.
Cap Daddy.
I love our nicknames for all these comic book writers. And if they came on, Jake would be like, Mr. Greg Capullo, thank you for joining us.
Sure. I mean, I would love it if someone was like, hey, Jimmy Tins, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy Tins. Hey, Johnny Legs.
Johnny Legs. Also, John Leguizamo was really young when he played the Violator. This was not that many years after Super Mario Bros.
Yeah, very young.
True.
4 years later, actually.
Yeah.
I would say Mario Bros has better CGI than this movie. I would give it that, actually.
Yeah.
And that's 4 years earlier.
Remember, in the Mario Brothers episode, Cody does say that Mario Brothers like trampolined all these stars. One might say that without it, John Leguizamo would never have been the Violator.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
He was Cody Feige even then.
Yeah.
Even then. Cody Hollywood, baby.
He traveled back in time to. I'm so high. I'm not making any sense.
And on that note, check out our Patreon.
Yes.
Have a good. It's getting warm out. Enjoy some nature. Touch some grass.
Touch some grass.
Touch some grass and eat some ass. That's my advice for you guys this week.
There you go.
There we go. That's weekly Cody advice. You can get that every week. Cody decides to give it. All right. Smell you later.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jacob H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.